All right, thanks a lot, Matinka. We have Ryan Bates here from Lare Design Build. Here it is November, and there are quite a few leaves still on the trees, many, many more on the ground. So today we're talking about what to do with those leaves and when. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, so what do we do with them and when?
Well, best thing to do right now is get them out of most of your beds. If you have large perennial beds and you have oak trees around, leave those leaves in your perennial beds because they'll actually act as an extra layer of insulation in there. And then you don't have to pull those out till spring. The reason I say oak leaves is because oak leaves are a little crispier. They don't tend to break down and turn mushy. And so you don't promote as much rot on your plants if you use that type of leaf on top.
Okay, but if you have other trees, you want to get them out of there.
Yeah, you want to get them out of there because you can cause rot on your plants by that. It'll hold too much moisture around them.
Okay, and how about your grass? You need to get them off your grass.
Yep, need to get them off your grass. It will smother your grass if you leave them there all winter, so it's a good idea to get it off your grass. With the winds we've had, even if you raked, I raked my yard last week, and now my yard's covered again.
Yep, perfect.
Because it's all blown back in from all the neighbors. So.
Well, you brought some neat tools along. You got your traditional rake here, but this rake, this is kind of an interesting tool.
This one's really nice.
You're going to have to work it for me.
Collapsible, expandable rake. It's got a little button on it, and the rake will open up. So what this does is it allows you to get into smaller, tighter spaces by making it smaller. So it's a lot easier to get in around your shrubs and around your plants without damaging your plants and raking over the top.
And it's got kind of a telescopic
And it's got a little bit of a telescoping handle, so you can make it shorter or longer. It's really kind of a nice little rake to have.
Excellent. And gardening gloves, you say these are the best.
Yeah, these are great gardening gloves. They're just a cotton glove that's been partially dipped in rubber, so it protects the palm of your hand and your fingertips, but still allows your hand to breathe, unlike a lot of the other full rubber gloves.
Very nice.
So they're very
Comfy
comfortable
too.
To wear and help you keep from getting blisters when you're using your rake, and keep your hands clean and dry while you're picking up those leaves.
Excellent. And now's the time to fertilize, you said.
Yeah, good time to put those tree spikes in around your trees and shrubs. They won't actually start working till spring, but you've got your work done already by doing it now in the fall. And the ground right now, with all this rain and moisture we've had, is nice and soft, so it's real easy to pound those in.
Excellent. All right, we've got a phone call, so we want to get to her. Tammy from Jewel. And you have a question for us, Tammy.
Yes, I have 2 white dahlia bushes, and I was wondering, now I know it's too late to do anything this fall, when in the spring and how should I move them? They've gotten too big.
It's actually not too late to move them now. You can actually move deciduous plants anytime that they're dormant. So once they've dropped their leaves, you can move them. The biggest thing with Weigela is you want to make sure you get a large enough root ball. So you want to dig, quite a good sized root ball if they're that large. I don't know how big yours are, but you'll need probably a fairly substantial ball of soil when you move them.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. All right, and a couple of questions from folks who are too chicken to go on the phone. We've got tall roses. When should they be trimmed?
Roses should be trimmed fairly soon here. The cold weather we've had has put them into a dormancy stage also, so it's a good idea to trim those way back now. If they're the hybrid T types or the floribundas or grandifloras, it's also getting close here to the time that you should use a rose collar on them. And what that does is you put that around the base of the plant. It comes with a couple little buttons that hook it together, and then you fill that up with soil and with leaves to protect the crown of the plant from being frozen over the winter. So it protects those not quite so hardy roses.
And you don't need anything to go over the top.
Right.
Excellent. All right, and there was one other. When should we trim our hibiscus and butterfly bush, Cindy?
Those you can take back right now. They're a kind of half-hardy plant, so the tops generally kind of die back like a perennial does. And so you can do that now.
Cool. All right. And I know we wanted to show your collapsible.
Yeah, this is really nice to carry around the yard. It's just a collapsible garbage can.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate it. Lare Design Build, located at the Old Coming Apple Orchard. You can visit in person, call, or go online to their website by way of kcci.com. Next week, we're talking about winterizing those plants.